Hey guys, Steve Welch here, Beaman Toyota in Nashville. Want to show you something that we found out here on the Sienna. This was kind of an accidental find, but it's actually kind of cool to know. So, and I'm sure that some of you guys will have this question. So, what it is on your side view mirrors on your Sienna, and this, we haven't tried it on anything else yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be working very similar on like the Avalon and that. So on the side view mirrors, when you go into reverse, they have that tilt function where they'll actually lower in reverse. Well, what we found out was we had one that you did that and they went up, which didn't make sense. Well, I programmed this one to do the exact same thing. So I'm in drive right now, and when I hit reverse, you're gonna see the mirror went up, all right? And both mirrors do it. So I'm gonna go back in park and you'll see that one went down in park. Well, that's not what you want, you know? And I mean, if you go in reverse, you see how it's going up, right? And then you go in drive and now it comes back down. So we thought that something was installed wrong maybe, or something like that, but it's not. You can actually set that feature. And I'm going to show you how to set that feature, all right? So what we need to do is I'm going to put us back in park here, okay? So you put yourself in park and you set your mirror. So in order to set your mirror, you come down to this switch, which is right here, all right? And you can turn this to the left or the right. And then once you turn it to the left or right, you just use it like a joystick. You can go up, down, you put it exactly where you want it, switch it to the right, and then you can do the exact same thing, all right? All right, but here is the fun part. All right, if you have that set to the middle, you actually lock it from being able to do, and let me just show you on this one. I'm going in reverse now. You notice it's not moving. It's not going up. It's not going down. It's locked, right? So if you unlock it and you go into either the left or the right and then go into reverse, that's when the mirror moves, all right? So this is, by the way, on the limited and on the platinum of the Sienna. Also, I'm going to note something else, is that these mirrors are also self-dimming. So that being said, all right, so what I'm doing now is I've got the brake held. Make sure you hold the brake. You can see I am in reverse, right? Backup camera's on. I am in reverse. All right, what I need to do now is I need to stay here and I need to set. And what I'm going to do is I'm pulling this down now, all right? So I'm going to set. So if you want it to have that curb look and you're coming down and you're saying, all right, well, and there is some snow on the ground here still, but I want it to set there. Now, remember, it was going up last time, right? Now I'm going to the right, and I'm going to set the right. And I'm going to set the right exactly to do the same thing. So I want to look at the curb, let's say, right, in my mirror. So I'm going to set it right where I want it, all right? Now, I'm in reverse, right? And I just turned it off by going to the center of this switch, and you saw it just moved right back to where it was. I'm still in reverse and I just turned it back. So if you have this switch turned to one side or the other, it is going to move them mirrors. All right, I'm going to put it in park, and you see that now those mirrors will go up, and they went up on both sides, so they're back to normal now, right? Hit reverse again. And now that mirror's coming down. And by the way, that beep, in case you're wondering, it's because I'm really close to a wall where we back up and it has the sensor on here. So in case you're wondering what that beep is, it has nothing to do with the mirrors. It's just because I'm close and I'm going into reverse. So, but anyway, so you can adjust this thing. Like I said, if you put it into the center, you'll see it'll pop back up. All right. So it's going to go up. It's going to go to, you know, as soon as you go to the left, now it's going back down. So it doesn't matter which side you do, it's going to move both those mirrors the same way. And so when you're programming it, now, if you don't want it to go into that mode, very easy, you can do this, and it will do it that way. Or, sometimes even better yet, if you put it in there, and while you're in reverse, you put this back up, right? And then, you know, wherever you want it. So you go back and you just kind of go up a little bit. You'll see it didn't move now because I set it to the same position. So now I can set it in there. And now when I'm in reverse, it won't do anything, right? So even if I turn this, it's not doing anything over here, right? But watch, if I turn it now, see, I can have one mirror adjust that way. I can have both mirrors adjust that way, or I can have neither mirror adjust that way. So however you want it to adjust, congratulations. You can modify the adjustment on your Sienna to do that. Like I said, it's in the limited or it's in the platinum trim, right? But you can adjust what it's doing while you're in reverse, put it where you want it, right? And I'm gonna put it back in park and it will raise back up. So now the other thing I wanted to tell you too, and you can tell this, I'm gonna roll this window down here for us. You can tell this by these lines that are right here. This is actually a self-dimming mirror. So a lot of people know about your rear view mirror and about your rear view mirror being self-dimming because, you know, you get headlights behind you, that you have this little power button that's here. You can turn the power on or power off to the self-dim, right? A lot of people realize that that is a self-dimming mirror. Not too many people realize that so is the side mirror. All right, so the side view mirror is also self-dimming, and it reacts to headlights, looks at that, so it'll actually dim as well. I haven't heard of that being in any other vehicle, at least in Toyota's lineup, other than this one. So definitely a pretty cool feature to be able to dim. So if somebody's got those really bright lights behind you, it's not blinding you. So that is a great feature as well. So, but did want to tell you that. So the other thing is you see this mirror here too. So when you have the number 1, number 2 seat positions, you can see how those mirrors will also adjust with that. And when you set, and this is something else that I noticed, when you set this one right here, the switch, and you set all of that, so the reverse setting and all that, set that to the exact same position that you want for that driver, and it's going to allow you to set that for that particular driver. So if you want the mirrors to not go down for one driver and to go down for the other driver, set it right there. That's the easy way to do it. So you set, you hold, and you set that up right there. It's not too hard, really, actually. So once again, this is the all hybrid brand new Sienna. I am willing to bet you it works very similar in some of the other ones. And you know, while we got a second, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop this off. I'm going to go up because I believe it's. All right, guys, here's what I've done. I was a little bit closer to a Highlander. So what I wanted to do is I hopped into a Highlander here, and I'm going to check this as well. So what I've done is I've just put us in reverse, and now I'm not in reverse. All right, so what it is it looks like it's going to work the exact same way. So easy way to check this is put this up like this, right? Come back into reverse. You can see that it goes down the exact same amount that I've just put it up. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to put this into reverse. I'm going to adjust it while it's in reverse and then see if it does the exact same thing. So it does. It does the exact same thing. So now it'll go up while it's in there too. So this is on the Highlander. This is on the Sienna. I am fairly certain it is on any of them that have this feature. So the Avalon has it. I believe your upper end Camrys will have it. Your Venza will have it. So it is, I am fairly certain, like I said now, that this will work the exact same way on a Highlander, on a Sienna, on an Avalon, on a Venza. I think there's other ones. On a Tundra. I've heard it works on a Tundra as well. So this seems to be very, very common for what Toyota's done. And oddly enough, me and one other gentleman here who are probably the most knowledgeable when it comes to Toyotas, he found this out, which is Glenn. He found this out, talked to me about it, and then I've kind of expanded and figured out more about what's on what. So it's actually pretty interesting to look at some of these things and realize these features are on cars, may have been for years. Apparently it was on the 18 Tundra. So if you have that lowering mirror when you go into reverse, check. It might work that way for you. You might be able to adjust it, and you might be able to lock it and not have it happen if you don't like it. So that's the best part, is I particularly don't care for it to do that. But now that I know how to adjust it, there you go. So, and I'm in a platinum Highlander. I believe the limited and the platinum will both have that, where the mirror will turn down. So definitely take a look if you have the ability to do it. You saw how to turn it on, you saw how to turn it off, you saw how to adjust it. So Steve Walsh, Beaman Toyota, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.